Hey guys, got a quick video for you. I've had a few people contact me on Messenger and ask where I've been, and by the name of the title of the video, you could tell I had jury duty, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about my jury duty service and give you a channel update. Um, Back in January, I got a card in the mail, and I had to fill out for jury duty. Uh, and it said my time of service for jury duty was like January 31st to July 31st. Well, I got a postcard in the mail saying I've been selected for jury duty back in February, and I was supposed to call in on a certain date. Well, I called in on the date, and it said that my jury duty service was not needed, and that particular time had ended, or that. So I thought, cool, no jury duty. Well, about 3 weeks after that, so about 2 weeks ago, I got another card in the mail saying I had to call in for instructions. So I called in. I got a message saying that my particular jury number, I have to report to the courthouse the next day at 8 a.m. So I called my boss, told him I was going to be I had to report for jury duty, and I didn't know when I'd be back to work. So I reported to the courthouse, and there must have been 50 of us, give or take. And they had us file into the courtroom, and they had a little paper that they wanted us to read and to give our answers to these questions. And on these questions, one of them was like, are you married? How long have you lived in Summit County? What part of Summit County do you live in? Magazines that I subscribe to. What do I do for fun? How many kids I have, their ages, my spouse, what does she do for work? And I answered all the questions. They released us to go out to the foyer after we all answered these questions, and then they called a few of us in one at a time and asked us more questions. And then about an hour later, they brought everybody back in, and they said, will the following jurors please stand? And they called my number, and I stood. And after they got about, I think, 8 of us, they said, okay, these individuals have been selected for jury duty. Everybody else is excused. So after everybody left, except everybody but the 8 jurors left, then the judge swore us in, or not the judge, but the clerk swore us in, and then they released us to go to lunch for about an hour, and we were supposed to report back, and the trial was going to start that afternoon. It was supposed to have been a 3 to 4 day trial, and the gist of the trial was a civil case. Long story short, a gentleman who he loves animals, he loves rescuing animals, and he had acquired a dog, and this dog started getting sick, and he took the dog to the vet, and that vet, I don't know, recommended him to take it to like an emergency room type facility, and they gave him pain medications and what have you. And about 3 weeks later, the dog was getting worse, so we went back down to the emergency hospital for the veterinary hospital, and this was like 3-ish in the morning, and the doctor that was on duty at the time did a series of tests, had an inkling or inclination that it was cancer, and they waited for the next doctor to come in at the shift change, and this doctor did a few tests, and he also thought it was cancer. So he took some samples of the organs, and they were going to send them off to a facility outside of Utah for confirmation. Now, the veterinary clinic called the owner, said, "Can you come down, talk to us about a treatment plan?" I don't know if they told him it was cancer on the phone or not, but anyway, the owner went down, saw the dog, and the dog wasn't doing very good. Went and met with the doctor, and met with the doctor for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I think, talking about cancer treatments, and the dog actually went into cardiac arrest. So the doctor went and performed CPR on the dog. I had to do the paddles, and after about 10 minutes it wasn't successful, and the owner told the doctor to stop doing the CPR and to let the dog go. So this lawsuit was basically a malpractice suit, and he didn't feel that his contract from the veterinary clinic, that they fulfilled their end of the bargain, and I believe that he felt that the service he got wasn't to par, or to standard. Well, after this dog passed away, he took it home, buried it. Some time had passed, like 3 or 4 days, and he exhumed the body, took it to another doctor, and just wanted to know why or how the dog died. And this doctor performed a necropsy, which is basically an autopsy on dogs, and it was found that the dog did have cancer like the previous doctors thought, but it was stage 5, I believe lymphoma class B, and so that means it was in the bone marrow, the liver, all the organs, and the cause of death was cardiac arrest caused by cancer. And I guess, long story short, again, there was, I believe, a tumor that was on the nerve that controls the heartbeat to slow down, and it sent a message to the heart just to stop, basically, is what happened. So this gentleman just felt like he needed more answers, and the hospital, he felt, wasn't forthright, so the lawsuit came on, and it was a pretty sad deal. But after 3 days of testimony, we deliberated, and we decided on the side of the veterinary hospital, that they weren't at fault. But the reason I wasn't on social media for about a week was the judge asked us not to have a presence on social media or get on and search things, and I just wanted to remove myself from any conflict. Apparently this was all over Facebook, and so I just removed myself altogether for a week. And after we deliberated, I just had enough of just everything, and we went up to my family's cabin, which we don't have cell service, and I spent 3 days up there with no contact with anybody. Came home Easter Sunday, turned on the phone, and my phone was just lighting up with messages from all the notifications from everybody. So I just want to tell everybody I'm sorry if I didn't get to your videos. If I had other things going on. Hopefully you guys understand the reason why I wasn't on YouTube, and it wasn't that I was mad at anybody, or I didn't deliberately not comment on people's videos. I had a couple messages wondering where I was and if I offended anybody, and no, Heath, you didn't offend me. Um, and so that's where I've been. Now, part 2 of this video is just a channel update. For those of you who know, I've got the camping challenge going on, the 12-month camping challenge. I know that there's probably been 2 videos that were uploaded prior to the end of March. I still need to go watch those and comment on them. I'm going to do a update video on the camping challenge here in the next few days. And then I've got another video I'm just finishing up. Actually, that's why I'm down in my office. I'm sewing. I don't know if you can see in the background the sewing machine. I've been sewing on that little Polish lavu. I sewed some zippers on it, so that video is coming out. And I just want to apologize if any of you guys, or if I made it seem like I was ignoring you guys. I wasn't. And that's the story. So I hope you guys forgive me that I haven't been on as much, and I look forward to uploading more videos, and we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for your support, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.